What's up, people? VanTX89 here. Yeah, apparently it just doesn't get any easier. Um, just saw on the news that there has been another school shooting, apparently up in Oregon. Um, wow. I don't know what else to say. Um, I can say a few things. So I'm just going to point out, just like straight to the point. It doesn't matter what kind of gun control that you're trying to lobby, stuff's going to happen because that's actually not the issue. There's something far, far greater. But whenever something happens, we as Americans have to have like this immediate action thing where we have to immediately demonize something. We have to put something at fault, and we don't think about it. Instead, we just grab the nearest scapegoat, pull him in front of us, Austin Power style, and let it take the brunt of it. Whether it be video games, violent movies, or just plain, oh, well, anybody can get a gun. Not every place is Texas. So then, what about the countermeasures? I don't even think that people have actually really been very adamant about let's go on and try and up security, or let's get metal detectors or whatever. People can still find a way around those. I'll tell you that right now, because human ingenuity, we find all sorts of brilliant ways to do all sorts of stuff like that. Then, you know, there's that other part about it is that the school districts, doesn't matter whether it's HISD or any of these other ones outside of like my city or my district or whatever, they're going to cut as many corners as possible so that they don't have to do shit. There was going to be a whole other video with me complaining about the educational system before, but whatever. That's for another video. No, they're going to cut corners, and then, oh well, we can't really do this. We can't do metal detectors. We can't up security because then that would cost more. And the parents, the taxpayers, they are going to want to have a tax increase so that we can pay for this. And then people want to start placing blame on other people that aren't really even responsible for it. Obama, and then we have all sorts of ridiculousness when you could actually look at the source of the problem. Clearly, these are people with issues, deep psychological issues. I'm not saying that they're insane or that they're sociopaths. Some of them are actually people that just really have been pushed too far, and nobody seems to notice. They want to, you have like authority figures wanting to target uh, like this one. I can't even think straight right now. I'm like, they end up like targeting the one perpetrator, but then they don't actually. Seriously, they spend so much time focusing on this agenda, that agenda, and yet they end up missing that one kid over there in the corner with his head down. I'm not saying all the quiet ones are the loners or the ones that you need to watch out for, because shoot, some of the people that end up being kind of verbal, but then we ignore it. It's like that other shooting that there was already forewarning in the freaking video that was put online, and nobody questioned that. Nobody thought about that. This was days before the shooting even happened, right? And that just went right over everybody's heads. How in the world do you miss something like that? Especially in a post 9/11 America, where everybody's supposed to be all, uber paranoid, and ultra fucking patriotic for no goddamn reason. Yet we end up letting stuff like this happen. Yeah, you can't be there to protect your kids all the time, but, and yes, things happen, but things that can be prevented should be prevented. You ought to have like some sort of thing going in your mind. Oh wait, maybe I need to be on the lookout for this. Maybe this person might need somebody to talk to. But no, we just continue to ignore it. You do have those psychopaths, those people that are remorseless and just kill people for no real reason, or because they think that they're God, or they want to be like the Joker, or some crazy bullshit. And then they want to use that to justify. Their attorney wants to try and use that as an insanity defense. And in all honesty, no, no, it doesn't work like that. It's not like no, not if you premeditated all that. I mean, I suppose, yeah, there could be insanity, but that's stretching it. Because premeditated murder is, well, if you don't know what premeditated means, it means that you planned that in advance. You already knew what you were going to do and who you were going to do it to. It's like having a blueprint. You sat there and drew up stuff. You have a list of names, and there you go. And I just don't see I don't see how this works. That we can still be, after all this, and people still want to just, just stupid. People still want to ignore the signs. What? Just. So, we had the shooting in Aurora. We had the Boston Marathon bombings. Then we had the shooting at Sandy Hook, which was really freaking weird considering, yeah, that wasn't a student at the school. That was the son of the principal at the school. So what the heck was going on over there? I already mentioned this in the other Rant video that I did last year. And, just... But we want to get real sensitive about, like, stuff like 9/11. And then, oh, okay, never forget, never forget. But then, look how much all of this stuff happens within like a year, within 3 years, within 5 years, 10 years. And people forget. I mean, some people don't. Clearly, the people that were involved in it, the people who were caught in the crossfire, end up remembering. But it's like, oh, okay, this is common. School shootings do happen. School stabbings happen. Bomb threats happen. Yeah, but they shouldn't be something that happens every week or every other week. Or, oh, okay, that's the second time this month. Oh, hey, we reached our quota. Yeah. No. Something's seriously fucking wrong, and you're not actually even trying to make an effort to make sure that something like this doesn't happen again. Yeah, you can't monitor all the students, and, well, I don't want to place blame, but in some cases, hell, the parents might be at fault. Other cases, the parents might actually have tried their best to really raise their child in a stable, structured, loving environment, yet they still end up snapping. Maybe mama and daddy can't actually help them because, well, it might be a problem with their peers. But nobody wants to care about that. Instead, we just standardize test them and push them right out. We don't care. And it's just dumb because then shit like this happens. The school's approval rating goes down. Not everybody's going to want to come back to the school after there's been a school shooting. And then you just end up with an even bigger mess because now, oops, crap, we're not getting enough money to further fund the schools. Now we got to shut down more schools. Like, what the hell we got going on over here? And it's just real freaking stupid and pointless. And it makes no sense whatsoever that we're just going to keep going, just being willfully ignorant. I don't know. Some people say, oh, this country's going to hell. This country has already gone to hell. Because stuff like this is just too common. It shouldn't happen this often. And no, don't go blaming Columbine because Columbine was not the first school shooting incident. Go on ahead and go look it up and you'll see that there have been other shootings before Columbine. People want to cite that as like the main reason why, and there's a boom and it's a trend and this, that, and the other. This ain't a viral video. This is real fucking life. This happens because things aren't right uh, with these young people. It's not just because they're bored. They need something to do. No, that's some of the other stuff like that knockout game and shit. No, there is something seriously wrong that needs to actually be looked at, and you're just gonna ignore it. No, you're just overreacting. No, you're just being a teenager. I've been a teenager. Yeah, we do take some shit real seriously, and we do get kind of, like hot blooded about things. But there's something else, and some things actually do require you to actually stop and take a look and see if there might actually be something wrong. I don't really have anything else to say other than all that. That's enough. That's all that really needs to be said is actually pay attention and try and do something about it. Not saying be all vigilante, but be vigilant. How about that? Play on words. But it's the same way that it is when there's a would-be terror attack. I mean, we've had those commercials where you have like the sports officials saying, if you suspect any kind of suspicious activity, look around, make sure. I mean, everybody enjoys watching the game, but maybe there might be something else going on. Look around. If you see something suspicious, let somebody know. Okay. So even after this, there's still stuff going on. I'll tell you this right now. If the terrorists or a terrorist or whatever, they can be domestic, they can come from home. If they wanted to do something, all they have to do is just watch the news or pull up something on the internet. We list events all the damn time, and yet people still go to the movies. After the shooting in Aurora, they still go to the movies. We still go to the sporting events. Here in Houston, we have a freaking marathon. People still went to the marathon. But I'm not entirely sure if anybody else was actually trying to be vigilant. Yeah, you can only step up security so much, and by however much that the city or the state wants to actually fund. But still, just look. If somebody needs you, they're probably not going to come to you asking for help. But all it takes is sitting down and listening. And it just might actually help. You might save some lives. You might actually uh, allow for some sort of resolution without things having to escalate.